Right, g'day viewers. Well, I've managed to track down the fault with this device. Oh, I scratched the transfer label. Crap. The fault is in this part of the circuit somewhere. Might be these transistors, because this resistor here, well, these lower 4 resistors get a bit hot after a while. This doesn't get hot anymore. This gets hot only when I plug this in. So this in this circuit it's driving, this is driving something that's shorted. So I reckon one of these is gone. Disconnecting this part of the circuit board here, from here down, it powers up. So I managed to track the fault down, that makes it a lot easier. I do need a decent soldering station though, just an ordinary 40 volt soldering iron isn't good for this sort of work because it damages the circuit board. You want a temperature controlled soldering station, which is something I really should bloody invest in. I wanted to get a Rella a couple of years ago off feedback, but they're never cheap enough at the time. See, it stays on. Now turn it off. Just the power relay, not the speaker relays. So it's just on, but the amplifier doesn't turn on. It's just the actual controller board at the front works. Only this part of the system works. And I probably should plug in the monitor output in the back, but I think that only turns on when there's relays turn on. There's actually a monitor out function on here, which is in composite. So this is actually an on-screen display here. I could try and plug it into the TV and see what display I get if anything comes on the screen. It's one of these circuit boards here. It's something we never really found out. And you know, this was back in 2003 my brother bought this thing for his 18th. So I always play this thing, yeah, he didn't play it hard. Sometimes he did, but Yamaha's had a common issue with soldering and the capacitor on the board here. This one here was actually okay. So the soldering, I did a little bit of touching up. This sort of power on issue and tripping out was actually a common fault with these. Even though this thing won a lot of awards back in the 2003 and 2004. European Imaging and Sound Association, Home Theatre Receiver of the Year, 2003 and 2004. It's not a pretty good unit by today's standards. It's just, see if I touch this, it's not warm anymore, so it's not powered up. A little bit warm here, these resistors. Resistors there are a bit warm. This one's getting a little bit hot. I can hold my finger on it, but not for very long. So there's cold. This capacitor, I think, it's not bulged. I probably wouldn't have to change it anyway. Pretty close to that hot resistor. So if I go to plug this thing in, she'll turn off. There you go. See? Plug it. As per normal. So I'm going to solder these two transistors and see if it makes a difference. And plug that cord back in and have these two transistors removed from the circuit. And that'll be extra a good way to troubleshoot this thing. As I did with the transistors on here, taking all these out didn't make a difference, and they were all okay. So none of those are damaged. It's just this part of this board. The fault's in this board. So I got the fault tracked down into this part of the circuit, which is actually good. Don't have to pull all this out. Anyway, let's get this thing apart. We can try and take these out and see if it makes a difference. Alright, we've got the transistors taken out. Again, it's marked on the circuit board which one's C and which one A. Goes in there. Let's plug it in. Same deal. See? I've taken these out of the circuit and this is plugged in. Now it's staying on. Okay. No heat there. Alright, looks like one of these could be faulty. These are out of the circuit and it's all plugged in as normal. Aha! One of these could be gone short. Could be because it was leaky, but yeah. Now I'll test these. Well, that's good. I've narrowed it down to these. Hopefully it's one of these that's gone bad. And there's no... hang on, that resistor's getting warm, this transistor. Not getting warm. I don't want to run this too long without the heatsink. Not warm now, they're cool. Big check for not getting warm. Little integrated circuit under here, little black thing. And that feels like that's gotten hot. Ah, yeah, I got to find a place to put that little black thing on that board. This little black component here, which is like a what do they call them? It's got C4488T9E. It's like a little transistor with 3 pins. This one here gets hot. So we'll replace that, put these back in and replace that. So see if I can replace that first. If I get one in stock, it's a A1708. A1708. So this little component here has gone bad. So if I pull that out, it's polarized. So there's dots of the chamfered edge faces towards those dots on the board. There's a direction it goes in. The resistor there's a bit warm. It's been hot, but it doesn't get hot anymore because I changed its capacitor. This resistor no longer gets hot. Neither does this one because I changed the capacitor. Alright. This one is alright. So this is getting hot because this is getting real hot, and these get warm, almost too hot to touch. So pull this out. Okay, little transistor I got out here. It's a A1708 and it's got S3F. A1708 transistor. Now I'll plug this in again and see if it feel for any more heat. An infrared camera would be nice for this because I can actually see the components getting hot without having to bloody touch them. And touching them is not really a good habit either. Not the best habit to do, touch components to feel if they're getting hot. An FLIR camera would be bloody handy for this. So I'm going to test these at a multimeter, see if these are okay, and test this one. One of these might have gone to cause this to overload and short, which caused the capacitor place to go bad, and the resistor next to it to smoke, and this to get hot. So I'm getting warmer here. At least I found where the fault is. So it's not so bad if I can. I've got the service manual too. I've got service manual for this. I'll find a part number to this board. I'll see if I can get a replacement of this board before, if worst case scenario. If I can get the part number to this board, it'd be nice. If I can find one on eBay, it'd be better. Radio parts in Melbourne are a Yamaha repair agent. But since I'm not in Melbourne, I have to just try my luck on eBay, I suppose. If I can find one of these boards to swap this whole board out and this thing will be fixed. I've been through everything, pulling this out and nothing's wrong, and I've also touched up all the soldering. So hopefully this will be more reliable now. It's probably the bad soldering in the first place is what caused the fault, because it was a common fault with these soldering and components like this just not pairing up and tripping out. So hopefully I'll fix it for good. I'll definitely track down the fault to one of these components. Now it stays on. Obviously can't power the speakers, they can't turn the speakers on obviously because this board's part of what does that. So I've actually found the fault. So there's no heat. Hang on. Capacitor there. They're cool. They're cool. These two resistors are getting warm. Something in circuit with those resistors must have failed too. That green one's getting warm. Power's going here to go to here. Okay, this little transistor here then. Rectifier's cool. That transistor's cool. That one's cool. That's cool. Rectifier is ever so slightly warm. Let's go on to here. This part of the circuit. This powers this part of the circuit. So that cap's getting warm. I reckon this cap's gone. Yeah, that cap's getting warm. And it's not even touching the resistors. Oh well, I'll change that capacitor. That might have been damaged too. Alright, taking these three components out. Replace this capacitor with a 105 degrees Celsius one. The original one was an 85. It's not warm. These resistors are still getting warm though. These resistors are still getting a bit hot. They're the only two things getting hot though. I might try to see if I can change speakers. Here. Hey. Oh, the amplifier's working. Right, the amplifier's working then. Now I forget what the troubleshoot buttons were. Everything works. There's a little thing here, hold these three together. It's like a troubleshooting option, the diagnostic menu. Well, they work. Alright, well the speaker amplifier is obviously working then. I'm going to plug a multimeter into the back of this thing. See if I get any voltage coming out. Alright, set my AC because it's an amplifier. I'm not going to get anything on the... I won't get much voltage, I don't think, because the radio's on and the radio's got no antenna. Speakers A and B, which are the main set here on the back. What have I got? 0.06 volts DC, negative 11 millivolts. There is something there. I'll plug a speaker in this thing and see if I can get anything. I've got to try and get a signal into it first though. Alright, I've done these bolts up tight. I'm going to tighten this nail up now. So you can see there's good audio. The speaker, main A and B speakers are working. Definitely don't want you to be careful there. Don't want to run this thing for too long when the heat sinks aren't secured properly. So it's got a bit warm. Be very careful when you're testing. That's not getting hot. That's not hot. These though, a little bit hot to the touch. No difference. This could be the video part of the circuit board. This is in the video circuit. So the amplifier is fine. Now we'll turn this thing up so as low as it goes, it chips out, and I can turn it back on. So there's no protect, the only protect circuitry this thing uses, it turns off. Right, input source. So these are in the video circuitry, the video processing part in here. Keep the hand on here. Not so warm now. So the amplifier is okay, it's just this part of the circuit board I've got to fix. I'll test these now. Get the multimeter out and we'll check these transistors. This little one might be a little bit hard to replace. Anyway, I get the multimeter up and start testing him. Works fine though. Other than that, unless I found the fault. Alright, tested all these two together, both ways, both rows, both centre and all that, the usual. And I'm getting nothing at all on both of them. This one I'm getting, I don't know why it's weird now, 0.758 volt. So I'll just test this in there again, I'm getting the same 0.758 volt instead of the 0. A similar result, but yeah, we go to the middle, to the end of it, centre, end, 7.0, that same reading you see there. around now, middle 2, positive, negative, the other way around this time, same thing, nothing changed. There are, outer 2. There we go, the outer 2, centre, and the end 1, positive in the middle, that reading. Other way around this time, negative in the middle this time, and getting that. So, possibly bad. There is a better way to test this. A quicker transistor checker, a bit easier. So, these 3 components I've narrowed it down to. But the amplifier otherwise works. They're getting hot, but not smoking. Transistor's alright, that transistor's alright, this one's alright. I'm not getting that warm. That's warm, not hot now, so be careful when you're testing. Make sure you've got heat sinks on your transistors, otherwise you end up blowing something else up. So disconnect this one. Ta-da! That proves my theory. This is part of the board's alright. So this is functioning fine. It's here. Now, pretty sure this is a video hub, because this is all video board in this part here. So, I might end up finding another one on these boards, so anyone's got one. I'll just get a hold of these transistors so I can change here. These resistors getting hot. Yes. Those capacitors may be bad then. I wonder if it's possible one of these has gone short. I have to trace the circuit. They're not warm though, just these are getting warm. To trace these down the circuit, wherever these are going to in the circuit, they're not getting any warmer than that. That's about as warm as they're getting. It feels about 60 degrees Celsius, so I'm not getting any warmer than that. Could maybe normal, but because these are normally getting warm, that's why I want a heatsink. I don't know about this. This part here I got to troubleshoot. Everything's right there. They're all right there. Anyway, at least I found where the fault is and it actually works now. Speaker A I've got plugged in here. Anyway, the speaker A is working, speaker B is definitely working too because it's not causing any trip outs. Alright, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.